Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday the 27th of August. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to use the Mother Peace Tarot for today's reading and just have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. I hope you've had a wonderful August so far. These readings that I do is I just set the intention while I shuffle the cards. What is Tuesday the 27th going to be like? And the cards then give me a very detailed answer. And the readings are for everyone and for all signs of the zodiac, because what I'm trying to do is kind of dip my toe into the collective unconscious. It's like a metaphysical weather report. You know, like let's take a little test of the energy that's out there and what it's about. So we got the four, these are circular cards, so I'm not going to worry so much about the uprights and the inverted things. The Fool and the Five of Discs. Okay, so the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a minor arcana card, then a major arcana card, the Fool, and then the Five of Discs, which is about working there and being busy. And okay, so the Four of Cups is usually someone who is sitting under a tree, arms crossed, really unwilling to receive the good things that are coming his way. And here we've got some random person walking naked through this river, which reaches the ocean. And it's like a sacred site. We've got all of these amphora, or I don't know, these ancient pots there, probably using this water and using it for special ceremonies, or it's a gift, or it has a cleansing effect. And this person is just kind of running around in there and they don't even know what they're doing. So it gives me a sense of emotionally, you may not be so sure of what's going on, and even if you do feel super sure of something, then you may feel differently about it in an hour or a day. Or we've got the Fool again, and the Fool is new things coming in, new ideas, new beginnings, new paths making themselves available. And we've had the Fool in a lot of the past couple of readings. And the Fool is about just having a dream and doing it and being totally naive and going for something that is unlikely to happen and that's likely to end in tears. We combine that with someone who is not grateful for where they are, who almost has is almost in a drunken stupor and kind of trespassing somewhere they don't belong. And that's something that's going to be upsetting other people and creates an emotional stalemate, and you'll have to either apologize or take some actions to amend that situation. So it creates a definite emotional vibration and an issue between you and others. And moving forward, it's almost like you have to do a cartwheel or a backflip over the water here to feel like you're getting to the other side. But on the other side, there's just poisoned mushrooms. And here there are crocodiles and tigers and vultures. So it's dangerous to start something new. And he's doing it anyway. The Five of Discs is working really hard because you have lost everything and you've just got to make ends meet, and you've got to pay your bills, and you've got to have enough to live every day, and you've got to be responsible and make sure that you're meeting your obligations. So there's a mixed bag here. There's a sense of drudgery and sadness about work and where you're at. And there's this desire to completely turn your life around and to totally change it for something else. But you don't know what that looks like. And water is intuition and spirituality. And rather than just, your heart's in the right place because you're going from the physical and you're saying, okay, I don't want to continue to do this. I want to really do something fun and spontaneous, but also in my life so that I don't have to constantly worry about every penny and every tiny little bit that I'm doing. And I want to have fun and enjoy my life and enjoy my existence here on planet Earth. It's not just paying bills and being upset and illness. There are also very good things associated with life, like going swimming and playing with children or animals and falling in love and all of those kinds of things. So today, if you decide to take something that has to do with your work and you decide to really just throw something out the window and just say, to hell with that, I'm not doing it anymore, and just to try and listen to spirit, you're kind of going about it the wrong way, because rather than taking action and then waiting, that puts a lot of pressure on you. Instead, keep doing what you're doing. Do this on an intellectual, emotional, spiritual level and say, I want to make changes. Please guide me. Please show me how I can do that. And then you're going to be kind of guided into which pot to drink from, or, what part of this thing to lie to receive maximum healing or whatever. It's not just someone stumbling randomly through something that actually has a lot of benefit and is a treasure. So what I'm saying is that if you are not 100% clear what you're doing for work or what your hopes and dreams are for work, I'm saying don't just throw them out the window and say, oh, okay, bye-bye, I'm not doing this anymore. Or take random, just compulsive, kind of spontaneous action, because it might lead you to a situation where you don't really know what you're doing, or you look back on it and you're like, why did I do that? I don't really understand. And that then causes you more work, because then you have to make up for something. So the focus, I would say, is to try and get closer to a higher power of your understanding, because that's what's kind of being misinterpreted today, and to try and connect with that unmanifest spiritual side to you. And that's going to bring you all the crocodiles and the sense of adventure and danger in your mind's eye. It will guide you in terms of how you can go in a direction that really does feel like you're grateful to be there. You're happy to do the kind of work that you're doing. You feel fulfilled. You feel loved. You feel like everything is in balance and everything's right. And that you can do something that's fulfilling and enjoyable, and you feel like you're doing backflips because you're living your life purpose. But like I said, spirit first, and let spirit inform you in terms of what you do work-wise. Don't let your hatred for your existing job inform what you're going to do about it, which is quit and just throw it up in the air, because then it's really likely that because you have to pay the bills, that you end up in another job where you're not happy and you're just getting enough to pay the bills. If you give yourself time, to play and to explore by yourself to see what it is you actually enjoy. But if you go from one desperate situation to another desperate situation, it's like, okay, I've got to do this and I've got to pay the bills, and it doesn't matter if I'm not happy right now as long as I have a job, and it all becomes very stressful. Then you're not having fun, and also you're not in a place to receive. So let the spiritual side of things really take over, and just let yourself know that it's okay not to know all the answers. It's okay not to have all the answers right now, and to just like feel what's going on for you, even if it's unpleasant. I wouldn't take too many actions right now on those feelings until they become clearer, until they become easier to read. And it's like you're in the middle of it. I would wait to make long-term decisions or decisions based on your feelings today. I would leave that for at least another day until you get some hindsight on it, until you get some emotional distance from it, because looking back is always 2020, isn't it? And right now, you're stuck between the poverty and the misery and the drudgery of certain aspects of your existing life, and your inner child is saying, hey, I want to have fun and completely be an absolute free spirit. And in the middle is someone who has no idea of how to get from that point to that point, and they need some help. And what is going to help you when it comes to spirituality? Well, spirit itself. Go to the source, go to spirit directly and say, what am I supposed to do here? These are my feelings. Here you go, I'm showing you what I feel. What would you like me to do? And try and let yourself be guided. And then as Wednesday comes along, you'll start to feel less in your feelings, like you're currently just really, really in them. And it's almost like you take a step out and you're able to look at them more reasonably and rationally. So no storming out of the job today and saying, well, screw you too, Bernie, and, taking your uniform and throwing it on the counter and storming out of the place with your head held high and just saying screw you to everyone, which can be super satisfying, but that's not the way forward today. The way forward is to kind of listen and to say, how can I make changes to these things, and how can I do it in a stress-free kind of intelligent way where I'm transitioning from one situation into the next in a really easy and harmonious and stress-free way. Number-wise, we've got 4 and 5 is 9, and 9 is about spirituality and completion. So that's where you start. You don't start with the physical and the job and what you're not happy with. You start with the spiritual. How am I feeling? What's going on for me? What do I understand? What don't I understand? You hand that over. You look at what you want to do spiritually, and you try and just gather information on this day, and then look at it tomorrow, weigh it all up, where you will feel just much more decisive, and then react if you have to. If spiritually something says ding, 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 of course, I want to do this, then if it's that clear, then decide right there and then. If it matches this sense of fun and adventure and like, this is what I've always dreamt of doing, then immediately grab it. But I'm just saying that if the answer doesn't come to you straight away, don't be surprised, because I would expect the answer and the certainty to arrive on Wednesday, and for you to be much clearer about yes, no, maybe. So have a great day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology. So if you would like a reading with me, I can answer any of your questions moving, relationships, best places to study, where to live, love, soulmates, relationships, vocational aptitudes, and talents. If you have any questions about yourself or about your relationship with other people, or what the best way forward is in your life right now, or if you have any questions at all, then just get in touch via the website and click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.